We live. I think we might be live. Ah, very nice. Hello, I am Sentimus Prime, and here we're gonna be opening and putting together another older retired Lego sets that I have gotten from Brick and Bad. Got a nice turnaround of it. This time it is a Lego castle set. It is a Lego castle set from 2013. It says it's called Gatehouse Raid. Calls itself Gatehouse Raid. It has a little fire sticker here, which I was told indicated that this was a high valued Lego set that I got for a admittedly crazy price, because it is one of those older, discontinued, retired sets that have that's increased in demand and value and stuff like that. But anyway, with that, let's go ahead and first take a look at the package. Turn it around a third time, why not? So, because I bought the set used, obviously it doesn't have its original box. Instead, the people at the shop have cleaned up the parts, organized things up, and put it in a nice fancy box. Now I believe the other sets, used sets that didn't come with their boxes, they had the white packaging. They had the white boxes that still felt like cardboard boxes. This one feels a little more premium with how it's packaged, with this nice smooth black packaging around it. And this is quite fascinating. This is one of the only ones I saw there that's because of how many pieces the set has, the box behind it is apparently shorter than the instructions attached to it, which results in a little bit of overlap there, which is kind of funny. Hello, Sticky is not here. So Sticky is not here, said hi, and Jason Hunt said hi. Hello, how are you doing? And yes, like all of my other live streams, you can feel free to interact with the chat. Good. I agree. And so, with that, let's get right into it. So, we can go ahead and cut away from the fingers, and preferably also away from the let's go. Yes, let's go. Boom. All right, there we go. And we can go ahead and slice that open too. And let's sheath that back in. So this is the box where all the so why is there so much tape? Well, it's obviously keeping everything in place, and it has to stay in good condition. Yes, I do agree there. So the price doesn't dip. Okay. Sorry if I'm just basically just narrating what the chat is saying. My bad. Alright, so here's the instructions. That's the price I paid for there. It's in used condition. And down here is like some more details on the set. It says complete, yes, 100%. It says it has all the minifigures. Instructions, yes. And the condition says like new. What set will I review next? Well, so what set will I review next? Well, let's see. I had just finished doing 3 videos on for this weekend's stuff. So next weekend's so like reviews and stuff for videos next weekend, I'd imagine I would let's see what I would do. So a set that I'm thinking about reviewing for next weekend would probably be that like a Fortnite set I did an unboxing for. You should. And Jason said you should do this sometime. The live stream. Yeah, I live stream once, pretty much once every weekend. Let's sheath this back in. I do a live stream once during the weekends, on either Saturday or Sunday, sometimes possibly Friday, but no matter which day, it's usually going to be around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're looking forward, so you have more live streams on this channel to look forward to. I will guarantee that. And an alternate answer for Sticky's not here. Well, what Lego sets have you seen on this channel would you like me to review? Because I've well, okay, thanks. So I've done like unboxing stuff for various different things, and I basically have like a backlog of like various like Lego sets and Transformer figures and things that I definitely that I definitely have a backlog that I'm gonna do reviews for. Sticky says you might need to be careful with the brown pieces. They might break easily. I know. I've had way too many brown pieces break on me. Alright. So we have this open. We got a little bit of a preview of what's inside. But before we get into that, let's look at the instructions. And yeah, look at that. There's the back of it with the Lego Wing Kid and various Lego sets released at that time. That is glorious. I'm surprised with how like pristine. Like there's a little bit of like tears and wrinkles around the corners, but like look at how pristine that looks. That looks really neat. Very pleased. And then yeah, getting right into it, getting right into it. Like it's just getting right into the build. And then we have this minifigure, like like basically just like building up the Lego set. Then we turn the back page to see the parts list, and always a useful feature. Lego Club advertisements with that kid. We also says I'm going to eat something. I'll be right back. All right, Jason. And Sticky says that knight at the bottom of the page reminds me of that one Phantom Knight from that one minifigure series. Huh, interesting. The blue one. Oh, this one? Yeah, like with like the with like the shield and like the style of the knight helmet. Yeah, very neat. So we move on to this page. Now this page shows some advertising for like the Lego games that they had, that like the tie-in games they had for this Lego theme at the time. And even had like a little storybook thing here. And this page showed advertisements for the sets in this wave. This very short-lived theme. Admittedly a bit upsetting with how short-lived this theme was, because this one's very nostalgic for me. So yeah, and also a little side thing. Like down here it shows you the advertisements and set numbers for each of these sets, for each of the sets in this wave. But they also showed you like this admittedly like really awesome like sort of poster thing, sort of like a poster page, of like the various sets in action, and also with like some fun with like like some fun things in the background and like some interesting action stuff. Sticky says my grandma found my old Lego instructions. Oh, that's awesome. Like this, between this and like some of the stuff they would do with like the Lego instructions, and also like little like things in the background, like this sort of brick pattern here in the instruction pages. And then turning to the next page, we have a page showing us various features in the set, various gimmicks and features in the set. That is, I almost feel kind of bummed out by it because yeah, like when you compare instructions like this compared to, yeah, like when you compare like instructions like for like set instructions like this with like all this fancy like detailing and stuff, like you get like yeah, like you see like a whole lot of, I don't know, like you see the front of the page, you see like this brilliant like banner art is what I'm gonna call that. Has a very distinct look, looks very nice. The background looks awesome with like the evil like wizard like tower in the back, and like the with like the knight's castle in the background. Got like fun things in the background, like pile of treasure. Got like fun little patterns and things behind the in the backgrounds of the instructions. You also had things like this. Yeah, you had things like this where it showed like some really nice like cinematography for these various sets, as well as advertising them. Like not only like advertising it, but like making them like look like sets you would want to get, like like stuff that would just grab someone's attention. Right now they have yellow backgrounds, the builds, and nothing else. Like that's kind of right because if you compare an instruction booklet like this compared to something more modern, like something I have on hand, like if let's see what I have on hand. Like yeah. All right, here we go. Here's a better example. Here's an example. I've done an unboxing video, and I've built this set right here. Look at this. Now, admittedly, like the build, it's so. If you look at the instructions, you can see that the build itself looks nice. No debate there. But if you look at the instructions here and then compare it to something like this, what? For like saying 2016 was the best time for Lego booklets. It might be like I don't even know, like, because like if we look through like the backgrounds for, yeah, you have no backgrounds. Yeah, like, now to be fair, they do have like a I guess they do have like a progress bar. They have like a little, like these later, like these like more recent sets show like a progress bar to show you how far you are along in these instructions. But you know what I used to use for instruction booklets like that instead of a little progress bar? I went by the page number. Page number. They had like the instructions had page numbers. That number of pages. They numbered their pages so you know how far you were along. And this one has them too. Yeah, see that? So admittedly, so like effectively, like this progress bar here is admittedly kind of pointless. At least in my opinion. And they try to add like little like effects here to like insinuate like some like onomatopoeia while you're like putting big chunks of the build together. And like that's admittedly kind of lame in my opinion. And then yeah, at the end, it shows, and like yeah, it shows you like advertising. It does like show like advertising like the like other sets in the whatever wave it came in. In this case, it's like the robot, the cat, and the bunny. You know, that's fine. That's okay. And then yeah, like here's the back. Here's like the back, like saying you could win. Barcode. You have a minifigure holding a cup. He's doing that. He's doing that with his hand. He's kind of doing that with his hand. Who is this? Like seriously, like who is this? Like does this character even have a name? He looks like he's using one of those older like minifigure like face prints. That's so weird. Saying, Jason said, "I am back," and Sticky said the whole thing that is different about the pages in Lego booklets now is a Minecraft XP bar. The whole thing that is different. Well, I can't disagree with you there. I can't disagree with you. Well, I'm probably gonna have to agree with you there because that does kind of remind me of like an XP bar from like Minecraft or something. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But back to the sets. Sorry about that whole side tangent. Yeah, look at this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to bring it back. Whoops. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to bring it back just one more time. Look at this. Got this little minifigure here, and like it's like bright pastel like sort of background. And with like the text and words and feedback and stuff. Compare that to this. This is the thing I grew up with on the back of my instructions, back of my instruction booklets. Not this. Like what's this? Like this is what I used to have. With with Lego Win Kid, with the Lego Win Kid, just screaming. He must be screaming his lungs out while staring at you right in the eyes, and screaming because he either won all of those sets or he might have like not won the competition and he didn't win all those sets. Either way, the expression fits. Either way, the reaction fits. Like that is cinema, right there. You know, Lego Win Kid is absolutely goated, as they say. But who put the child into a minifigure machine? Anyway, sorry about the side getting so sidetracked. Let's. So we've basically taken a look at the instructions, taken a long enough look at the instructions. Awesome. Let's see the battery percentage. Yeah, I was right to do that. Now let's actually look into the parts. Let's actually look into the parts and stuff. So we have the minifigures in their separate baggies. We also have the horse parts and stuff in separate bags. Brick and Bad card. We have a Brick and Bad card that says we truly thank you for your purchase. Basically, like giving you like a thank you thing, which is nice. Very much appreciated. I'm very thankful for the amount of effort put into packaging these iconic Lego sets. Ooh, we got another minifig, and here are some more parts and things. And that's everything in the box, so we can close that up and set that off to the side. We got compressed into Plastic Man. Ha. Alright. Alright, now let's get things open. Let's open everything up all at once. Why not? So we'll open this up. So we'll open this up, set the baggie aside. Look at how clean these parts look. These parts look like new. Got another baggie there. Set the baggie aside. We have a third baggie of parts. This one's our like black, red, and blue pieces with the stickered elements, stickered pieces. There we go. Making sure there's no invisible pieces in the baggies. Sticky is not here. Says win. Honk, honk, honk. It's like a megaphone thing. Sorry, that's what you get for using the emojis. Anyway, we got some good parts in here. We also got Now let's actually take a look at the minifigure stuff. He says as he's opening the horse. He says as he's taking a look at the horse. But what a glorious horse. Look at that. That is the Lego horse I remember. Yay. He can kick, he can graze, he can rear. What more could you want? Apparently, some nice heavy duty armor for the horsey. Because we can attach that to there. And then attach the headpiece onto there. You can see his cute little eyes through the eye holes. And now we have a horse that's armored for war. That is excellent. That is good. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. This is a beautiful stallion in this awesome red armor. Very good. Now let's take a look at the minifigure. Start off with one of the blue knights. Wow. We can attach the shield piece like that and give this guy a spear weapon. And there's our lion knight. He looks angry. He's angry. He's angry. He's gonna kick you into next week. I'm sorry. Sorry for kicking you so hard. Are they in war? Are they in war? Are they in war? Yes, they're at war. Yes, they're at war. It's a medieval war with battle horses and catapults and like monarchs. Ah, horsey. So there's our lion knight. He looks great. There's something up with his legs. Oh wait, that's what it was. I didn't have him standing straight. Nay. Yes. Nay. We'll have him standing up there. As well as our lion knight minifigure. Let's go ahead and move on to our next minifigure included. In this case being like a spearman for the Dragon Knights. Boom. With a gunmetal gray spear, and the Lion Knights, of course, get a bow and arrow, a crossbow. Got a really good minifigure there. Looks great. That looks nice. And then we move on to our red versus blue. It's the medieval red versus blue. Alright. Excellent printing there. And yeah, they were right. These parts look like they just came out of the packaging. Definitely a bit of a time capsule here. Right, look at that extravagant kind of printing. That is great. And then the printing on the printing on the chest plate to put the red guy on the horse's back. We'll do that. But I want to take a look at this awesome minifigure. We also have his head. I imagine this guy is having a sort of bit of a Scottish accent, maybe. Also have an excellent headpiece with this shiny silver color to it. Looks excellent. And then we can add a little feathery decorative piece onto him. Fits beautifully. And then the finished things here, we can add a sword in a admittedly kind of blunt looking sword, but still a sword nonetheless, as well as a very nice oval shield. Oi, bruv, get away from me castle, Blue Knight once said. Yeah. Look at that. That looks amazing. That looks excellent. And then we also have a Black Knight. We have an Evil Knight counterpart for this guy right here. With good printing on his torso, on his legs and waist and torso too. That looks excellent. And then the printing on his chest plate just looks so incredible. He proceeds to get kicked by a horse after. Hooray! And then, in this one we have an alternate face expressions for this guy. He has this sort of angered expression, and then the other side he has a sort of snarling, really angry expression. Looks so vicious. And then the headpiece looks great too. And then also we add the plume. Then Jason said, "I'm on red team just because of the horse." Then Sticky says, now that guy looks like a British without his T." Then Jason said, "He has two faces." Yes, he does. Let's get a close look at it. Yes, he does. And now let's add the shield. It's got a really nice dragon shield right there. Looks great. And also a very fancy sword to go along with it. It's two faces. Sticky says I have two sides. Red guy 2. Nice. So we have like an excellent Black Knight as well as a Silver Knight that go alongside with him. Fight against. And then each of them get a single spearman. And for no other reason than it would be cool, it would be nice to see. Let's see this character riding on the horse with his mount. Look at that. That is excellent. That is good to see. Very nostalgic. Dare I say, very nostalgic. And with that, let's get building. So to start things off, we will be grabbing. Oh no. Cross our fingers. Let's hope the brown pieces don't break on me. We're starting with the catapults. Yeah, we're gonna have to be so careful with this one. Yeah. Alright, sweet. Nothing broke just yet. Now we attach. You should review set number 31058, Mighty Dinosaurs. Ha! Funny you should mention that, because I wonder if you're talking about this set, because if you are, I've already done a review for all 3 builds. I did a double, in this case I did a double review of this set, comparing this set to this set right here, the Lego set number 31379, Fierce Dinosaur. So I did like a double review for each like main build and then each of the side builds. I have both, and I have And I've even came up with a alternate build for the fierce dinosaur. Yeah, they were both fun to review. So I did like a sort of like double review for that, and that's really nice. Hold up, I'm gonna watch it real quick. Alright, sweet. Alright, now let's see if I can make it through this one without any casualties. Uh, there we go. Then we add the jumper plates. So we add 3 of these jumper plates. So we add 3 jumper plates, and then we add the red spikes on top of each jumper plate. And Jason said, normally how long is your videos? How long my videos usually take? It ranges from like 10 to 15 minutes to it can be like as short as 5 like minutes to like as long as like a little bit over half an hour, like a half hour and like 2 or 3 minutes. Mostly due to like camera capacity reasons. So I looked at both of them, and Sticky says, "When will you release the instructions for my alternate builds?" Let's see. This week, like I have like, so I've just posted my video on how to build a Terra Zone. For the instruction video for Terra Zone. And so yeah, like I usually do. I typically do like the little instruction videos on how to build all of my alternate builds. And usually it doesn't take that long. Usually like like someone who wants to build the alternate builds usually don't have to wait too terribly long. Like I think like on average you might wait like 2 or 3 weeks maybe. For my alternate builds. To have videos on me like making videos on how to put them together. Jason says, okay, it says I'm gonna have, and Sticky says I'm gonna have them for my mech army. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. Alright, now we can attach the wheels onto the catapult. Trans neon orange. Such an underrated color. Why you had why you had to go so soon? And then yeah, using the catapult is so fun. That's awesome. I just realized what it is. Yeah, Jason says I just realized what it is. You do? Very nice. And next, we're going to actually start building the castle. Or like the tower thing. That one. Alright. The Sticky says you should make a video where you mix both of the mechs. Oh. Hold on. Oh. Mechs? Like both of like the Star Wars mechs. Oh, Terrazone and you're referring to those two. Well, those two aren't mechs. They're kind of like robotic, like sort of characters. Like I didn't really design like them. Like I didn't really like think too deeply into any of the specifics like that. But basically, those two are basically like robotic characters. They're not mechs. And the green one's name is Gamma Zone. I actually currently have both of them right next to me right now. Because I had just done the videos for those two. I had just done like the videos for Terrazone. To correct myself. Alright, now let's see. Brown. Okay. It's been an hour. Yeah, almost. Time goes by so quickly. I do have to agree with you there. Time does fly by. Huh. Actually quite simple. We can then attach the that piece there, the crossbow there. And then we attach a couple of Technic pieces into that side. So we attach brick, slope, cheese wedge. Oh boy, and then we mess around with some more brown pieces. This is gonna hurt. Hopefully not. Yeah. Sticky says most of this has been talking about the win screaming kid. The kid screaming win. Yes, it has. We admittedly spent a lot of time on the instructions, I will admit, but they're very nostalgic instructions. You have to factor that in somehow. I know it's a very silly thing, but it's very nostalgic for me. All right. Another roof. We got a roof. Woo! All right. How is that segment done? Let's move the knight here a bit. Put that there. Let's move on to our other. So we have this. So let's see, we can attach gate this way or gate this way. We'll attach gate this way and then attach the lock, which by the way, this lock right here, excellent print. I like that piece. So this is going to go terribly wrong or good. What are you talking about? We're just building a prison cell for all the gooners. That's where all the gooners live, by the way, after we get this fully finished. How did I gain viewers by saying that? How did I gain more watchers by saying that? You guys are nasty. You guys are nasty. You guys are nasty. You people are nasty. It's always been 3, though. Has it? Has it? Sure. Alright. Got another prison cell. Got some more bricks. We can then attach Jason says, I was talking about the roof. And then Sticky says, I think you offended a goon. You think you offended a... I don't know. There you go. Then we can fill in the roof. Attach roof. Add brick, slope, and another slope. Then she's wedge. Then here's where we attach another roof. We have 1, 2. Ah, there it is. Oh, wait. Did I attach the other one wrong? Oh, I did. Oops. Let's see if I can carefully remove this. I built it wrong. Thankfully, it should be... There we go. It's apparently built like this. Alright. Let's attach the roof piece onto the roof. Oh, I see. Huh. Another design mistake when these were apparently attached upside down. They're actually supposed to be oriented like this. Which made... Okay. I am... Don't know Sticky says it's back to 3. Scare off the gooner. Bruh. Bro. I say bruh, but I actually mean bro. Dude. Come on, man. That was admittedly something I started, and I'm sorry for that. Alright, so we have our second segment done. So Jason said for a second I randomly just got on home without touching a single thing. The sticky says, "Stay back, foul goon." Oh. Alright, now with those two done, we can then work on the tower portion, the like main section of the build. We start this off by attaching some bricks onto the side. I will admit here, after attempting to restore a few Lego sets using like instructions I look up from a YouTube video after online instructions, it is so refreshing to have a nice classic set where I'm just where I just have the instructions in front of me. It is so good. Nice. Bricks. Brown bricks. Brown bricks. Oh my gosh. Alright, then we attach some more Technic bricks. And then some dark gray. And then 2 more of those. Then brick, 2x2, 1x2, 1x2. Message retracted. Oh. There we go. Now we attach the arch pieces. Then turning around, then we attach some torches. And we attach a fire piece. Another flame piece. There we go. It's finally coming along. It's been coming along. And then Sticky says, "This will scare off the goon demons." Yes, the holy Lego castle of 2013. We attached the gates. With that segment done, we can now work on another brown piece. Yikes. Alright. Boom. Be careful. Careful. Uh, more brown bricks on brown bricks. Brown bricks on brown bricks. Ah. Please. Please don't break on me. As Sticky says, find some archer minifigures to sniper out the demons of Goon. Alright. Attach the flags. The flags? Look at that. The flags are in excellent condition. Look at that. They're placed so nicely. There's no like overlapping. There's no like this one's like a little bit far this way, but aside from that, like it's but I'd rather it be like a little bit this way than like too much that way. That's nice. That's appreciated right there. Then we can attach some more blue cheese slopes. Then after that, we can take this, attach rubber piece, then attach some bushings, half bushings, then Technic bricks, and then a couple more cheese slopes just in case. Then here's where the ammunition is stored. Ammunition stored there. Is the crown. Seize the crown from the Knights of Hernia. Let's see. We then attach a catapult. We got a catapult. Nice, we got a catapult. It says the crown shall be our be our anti-goon symbol. Alright. There we go. After that, we attach another arch piece. Ooh, and then 4 of these inverted slopes, followed by a couple of these brick textured bricks, masonry bricks, I think that's what they were called. There we go. Got our top floor. Ooh, and then here we attach our 1x6s. Attach that there. And then attach 4 of these slopes. Then we add some blue pieces, some blue slopes, some cheese wedge, a jumper plate. Then a crystal. I also somehow forgotten again. Well, I somehow forgotten to attach this piece down here. Attach there. We can then take the shield away from this guy. And then attach it and then attach it up here. Then we attach this assembly, being super careful not to break the brown pieces. Though the brown pieces have been holding up good. Then we attach the flags. We attach that there. Then after that, we combine these segments together. Look at that. And with that, and Jason says, I am going to watch your other videos after this. Well, thank you. Then Jason says, why did it stay used on the box? Why did it say used on the box, but it looks totally brand new? Well, first, they already mentioned, they mentioned that on like the repackage, they mentioned that on the label here, it says like new. And yeah, I believe them. This set is in really good condition. It was almost like it just opened it out of the box. So yeah, it was 100%. It was in really good condition, like new, as they stated. But it was in fact used, as clearly stated by, well, not only the fact that there's no box, but also use label here. So yeah, it all checks out. And my, oh my, what a set. What an absolutely glorious set here. Look at that. I like this. This is nice. Just to see like this in a physical, just to like see this again, makes, looks very nice. Make them fight. Oh, you bet I'm gonna make them fight. You know that for sure. So like, how do we do this? So do we? Yeah, so let's go ahead and get things ready. We'll place spear in there, and we'll have this, character shooting crossbow from one of the sniper points. You have this dude here. You have this knight here working the catapult. Why not? And then you have red team, this dude's like pushing in like his catapult. And then you have this black knight like calling in for the orders. And then from there we can just fire. We can just like launch it. Making sure it absolutely obliterates everyone. Counterattack. Self-defense, actually. Oh! Oh, you're taking him out! Let's see if we can get him again. Overshoot. Hey, Prime. Owen's Brick Studio says, "Hey, Prime, what are you building, buddy?" Well, we have finished building the Lego Castle set number 70402. I believe this one was called the Gatehouse Raid. But yeah, it is a older retired Lego set from 2013 that I have grown quite. I have been quite nostalgic. I just had a huge nostalgia, just huge nostalgia, just huge nostalgia for it, basically. Then Jason says, "Where is the sticky? Is not here." I don't know. It might have. I don't know. It might have. You might still be here, just not like chat, just watching. Or it could be off. Or it could be off, eating or working on something. Then Owen's Brick Studio says, "I own a lot of castle in space." Well, that's nice. That's cool. Oh, so close on that one. So close on that one. That one was even closer. Overshoot. Yeah, the catapult. Yeah, the catapult in the castle just launches. Yeah, like these catapults work. But wait. Oh no. But oh wait. Look at. Oh my. Oh my. Wait. No wait. The catapult's too wide. Wait. The horse. The knight's horse. The knight's using his horse as a battering ram. Oh my goodness. He's busted through the wall. He's but maybe bust ain't the right word. He's blown through the gates. He's busted through the gates. It's time to go defensive. It's time to go melee. Yeah. Vroom, 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 vroom. See, this is a cool story. Sure is. It's cool because things are just heating. Things are just getting tense. You got like the spearmen, duking it out. Yeah. Then the Black Knight's just absolutely massacring the room right now. Bam! Just, yeah. Just doesn't, like the spearman just doesn't stand a chance against the Black Knights, you see? So, the charming Scottish knight in silver armor has got to rescue. And he does that by first grabbing the spear, and he does a and he does something that the other Lion Knights didn't really think to do, which is brace as hit, which was brace as hit, so that as his so that as the Black Knight's horse is charging in, he stabs the shield and disarms him from the horse. And then from there, dude grabs his. Then from there, the charming, dashing Silver Knight grabs his totally average sword, by the way, and then dukes it out with the Black Knight. And then it's an absolute even fight. Bam. It's an absolute epic showdown between two very iconic characters in LEGO Castle 2013's wave of sets. Bam, 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 wow, bam, bam. Like the yeah. Then he turns this way. Then he prepares a death blow. He prepares death blow. He prepares a very powerful blow to take out a shield. He takes out the poor guy's shield. Does a backflip because this is make the horse kick somebody. Oh, we'll do that. We'll do that in a minute. Right now, this guy's beating against. Right now, this Silver Knight's beating against the odds of this fully kitted out knight going, and with his shield, and with him, and of course he disarmed the shield. So all that he really has is his shiny, good-looking armor and his complete. And his totally average-sized sword. But he still got it. He still has the moves. What he does is he does one of these. He does one of these. He does one of these sliding moves. And then he does one of these sliding moves. And then from under, he disarms his shield. Disarms the Black Knight's shields. So now they're on more even ground. So now it's just sword, and now it's just a one-on-one going against, and the only thing they have on each side is sword against average-sized sword. So it's a very even fight. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Bam. Then all of a sudden, this guy wakes up. This guy wasn't totally dead after all. He got up, and in a very predictable story, he would definitely stab him. But wait, the bad guy, the secondary bad guy gets up and starts attacking him again. But don't worry, this guy was prepared because he has shield. So he blocks his spear attacks and then disarms this guy. And then from there he goes from behind and absolutely knocks this guy out. Absolutely disarming him and defacing him. He stripped him naked as if he was in the Kill episode. Then all of a sudden, the horse wakes up for no reason at all. And the knight opens the gate. Then the horse Is seeing the error of the horse. Which by the way, the horse seeing the error of their ways, and just kicks, and then kicks these bad, vicious people, minifakes, into the jail cell. My goodness. Ah. Ah. Can this fit? Yes, I can. Oh, look at that. Bam. Now the horse, which by the way takes off the horse takes off their the horse takes off their bad guy armor because the horse is not a bad guy anymore. And with that, the good guys, he got the blue and silver knights with their completely average sized swords and awesome armor. They have won. And they have protected the gold and this Scottish knight with his average sword. He now has a loyal steed. The kingdom is safe. And spear guy. He got a new spear. Now he's dual wielding spears like a champion. And don't mind the bad guys things. He's got a new spear. And the bad guys are in the prison cell, all captured. And with that concludes this night's tale. And blue team wins. Yes, blue team wins because blue team knows tactics and courage and they know, but more than that, they know a very important lesson in defeating and overtaking their enemies is the fact that it doesn't matter the size of the sword, it's how you use it. Now this guy has spears like none other, and then he's absolutely twirling in the wind. He's absolutely practicing his moves. This guy's really good at what he does. And the horse is a really kind horse that just wants to be loved and appreciated. If only it had some blue horse armor that I could have put on this horse, but oh well. He's a ninja. Yes, he is. He's gonna grow up to be a wonderful ninja. He was like a ninja child that very long time ago. When he was just a young baby, he was sent off to a new distant land, and that land is where he grew up to be a very talented knight, a very skilled warrior. So he was like a baby ninja who grew up to be a very skilled warrior. And that basically concludes that whole thing. Good suggestion, Jason. That was real nice. But that is, in fact, where we're going to leave things off. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Back in the day when dinosaurs lived, wasn't this called what? Wasn't got back in the day when dinosaurs lived, wasn't this called war? Yes, it was. And dinosaurs did live. They totally lived. But then they lost in a game of rock, paper, scissors. They played in a game of rock, paper, scissors to save their lives and lost. Many dinosaurs were lost that day. And with that, we conclude for today, for tonight. I hope that was entertaining, because I had a good time building this, and I had a good time messing around and playing with these cool sets again. Like we got some real. It was a really good time. It's a real good time. And with that, we are gonna have to wrap things up. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this live stream, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even interact with the chat if you want. I appreciate everyone who came in and chat on stream tonight. I appreciate that so much. For live streams, I typically do live stream once every weekend on either Saturday or Sunday or possibly even Fridays. But usually Saturdays or Sundays at approximately around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I tend to aim for a more consistent 8 p.m. like 8 p.m. But we'll see when the next one starts. So I do have an idea on what I'm doing next live stream. I'm thinking next live stream I'm either going to build a Lumi Bricks set or go through a package that I should have had come in by now, but I don't know what happened to that. I'm definitely going to have to check in on that. It's either going to be the package that I have came in from the UK or possibly a Lumi Brick set. But for now, I think that's going to have to be it. Y'all have a good night, and hopefully, y'all have a good night, and I appreciate you for stopping by and interacting with the chat. It was a fun